Yeah, welcome back to the program. You're still watching the Afia Morning Show, and now it's time for us to have conversations around very important topics. I personally love storytelling, filmmaking, cinema, and the Eastern Nigeria International Film Festival is going to be happening from the 27th to the 30th. And this is not just a film festival, to showcase movies and all of that. It also shows the movies, what we're doing from the East. Is bringing the East, bringing our stories on a global stage, on a global platform. And this is the 5th year's edition. So yes, it's very exciting. We've just been joined by Ujuaku Akukwe, who is the CEO, co-founder of the Eastern Nigeria Film and Arts Initiative. Good morning, Ma. How are you doing?
Hello. Morning.
Good morning, welcome.
Thank you.
Let's go start. How do you feel this year 5?
Oh my God, I feel blessed, gratitude, excited, feel excellent, because it's been challenging, but it's a worthwhile venture, and I can't feel any other way than to, be grateful.
Congratulations to you.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to do something consistently for years.
For 5 years.
Now. What's going to make it different? What's the 5th year? What's different from the 4th year, last year, 2 years ago? What is different about Eniff at 5 this year's edition?
So this year we've grown over the years, and this year we are going bigger in terms of curating programs for the community that will be beneficial to the Southeast people, because it's not just the Enugu where we are domiciled, but people are coming from different parts of the country, but most especially the Southeast region. So we've created programs, we've, gained more partners, more industry people will be attending. And most importantly, we have monetized a lot of our impact labs, our workshops, and some of these programs, so that they don't just come, they learn, and they are empowered. And these are the things we've not done. We've been doing that on a small scale, but this year it's bigger. So it's all about the community. This year it's all about reimagining, which is our theme, storytelling, telling new stories, sharing new perspectives. So that's what makes it a big difference this year.
Okay, let's establish something, right? Let's just have a backstory of Eniff. That influence, that imagination, that thoughts that came. I was like, we need to develop something that is going to grow and help young artists to do what they do in the industry. Let's have that backstory.
So when we started the Eastern Nigerian Film and Arts Initiative, we wanted a platform that we develop the creative ecosystem in the entire Eastern region. So we said, okay, let's come here, establish that hub where we empower, train, mentor young creatives to enhance their talents. But not just that. We saw a gap, and that gap is a lot of our people, they want to get into the film industry, but they had to go to Lagos or Abuja or Kano to go and gain these skills. So say, okay, let's come here, put this up, train them, mentor them, and most especially empower them. Because most times we believe, at M5, we believe that training and mentoring without empowerment is a waste of everybody's time. So that's the backstory. And we decided to do something that will give us that publicity. And that's where we established the Eastern Nigeria International Film Festival. And not just something that will give us publicity. We are the first that established a film festival in the entire Southeast region. So we looked at I think about 30 years of Nollywood existence, there's not been a film festival here. So why not? We can do that. While we're getting publicity, we're also giving back to the community. So that's why we established that. And the first year was 2020. I mean, that's the COVID year. But we were able to, run a virtual one. Then 2021, we're on ground. And this is the fifth edition. So the festival has been going on, but the umbrella body, that's the NFI, is where we run our capacity building. So we've been to Oka, we've been to Ebonyi, that's Abakaliki. We've been to Enugu, of course, because this is where we are domiciled, and we've been to Owerri. So we are looking at covering the entire Southeast region and starting from home and taking it all the way out. So next year we'll be going to Abuja, Lagos, and all of it, because what we are doing, we are all here for the entire Nigeria, but most especially Southeast region. Yeah. So that's the backstory.
And how has Eniff propelled these young creatives, from the East? So let's talk about the success story now.
So we've trained over 5,000. Yes, we've trained over 5,000 people. And we have empowered about 300. When I mean empowerment, so it's that they get seed capital to start up their creative venture, or we send them on internship, or we, help them get sustainable jobs. So this is what we have done over the past 4 years. Remember, the first year was the 2020. So over the past 4 years, we've trained over 5,000 young people and empowered about 300 and something. So I would say that they're not doing badly at all.
You're not. You have every right to toot your own horn, or what do they call it? But let's now, talk deeper. In the sense, how would you rate the filmmaking industry in the Southeast? I want to ask that. I have other questions, which is, why are we not putting a lot of our movies in the cinema? What's happening to the cinema culture in the Southeast? But let's start with what your assessment is of the filmmaking industry in the Southeast.
Okay, do you want a political answer?
They are both. Even talk about the segregation. Because, we hear about the segregation.
Segregation, because we hear things like Asaba Wood.
Asaba Wood, right?
Yeah, Asaba Wood.
We have the Nollywood.
There's Nollywood, there's Asaba Wood. It's like, it feels like there are grades.
I think that people can have any wood they want to have. For me, it's all about elevating the storytelling industry. So it could be Asaba Wood, it could be Nollywood, it could be Lagos Wood, whatever wood that we want to call it. But the most important thing is, how are we telling our stories? What kind of stories are we telling? How are we distributing our stories, right? So asking about why are we telling the industry here, if I understand what you're trying to say, like, we are not telling the right kind of story, is that it? I think when people are really not empowered with the right training, they may not be able, they tell the kind of story they know. You can't give what you don't have, right? So I think that there's about wood that are doing something that have not been done before in the industry. And if you go on YouTube, I mean, they've put culture, not a culture, they put stories. Let me say they put stories there. But the question is, what kind of stories, right? I believe that no industry can develop with that kind of, because I don't know, maybe wrong, but I don't know any industry or any country that the filmmaking industry produces and takes their film to YouTube and release their film on YouTube. I don't know, maybe it's something that I need to research on, but I think we can do better, and that's why we're here. And that's why we are focusing on the young people, because our audience are very young people, so they can tell better stories. Because a lot of representations we see on TV, on YouTube, don't really tell the story of who we are as a people, don't tell our culture, or who we are as a nation, or who we are as Africans. So that's why we're here, to encourage them to tell better stories, to encourage them to learn. Because when you learn and see what other people are doing, you do better. And most importantly, to collaborate, to partner, and partner with the West, partner with Southwest, partner with the United States, the filmmaking industry, the Hollywood, and partner with anybody we need to partner with to make sure we tell the right story to make sure that we are represented accurately. And that's very important, especially at this time.
So, which leads me to my second question, which is platforms. Do you think that the Southeast, we are properly represented on the right platforms? We're not seeing, as someone who really loves movies, I love movies a lot, and most times we see that I don't know whether we should go deeper, that we should call names, but there was a movie that was released last year. It was a movie that was last year or early this year, and it was very. I'm going to give the theme of the movie, so if people that watch movies, they probably know what it is. But it was kind of talking about the boy system. So it was talking about the boy system, and it was a really beautiful movie. It was interpreted well to the best of. I liked it. It was interpreted well and all of that, But the major problems I had with it was I felt like it would have been told better. It should have been interpreted better if we had someone who was of the same tribe interpret it. Even the stories, because I'm the kind of person that I calm down, I look at credits. I see, who does this? So I'm excited to go and watch more or see more of the person's work if I'm impressed with what the person did. So even the stories wasn't even told by someone of the same tribe. I understand we can do research and all of that, but I feel like what's the problem with having, first of all, our people tell our own stories the right way? It wasn't directed of someone of the same tribe. The stories were not told of, people of the same tribe. So I feel like, what's the issue with having people of the same tribe on? Let's remove tribe from it, but why are we not telling our stories by ourselves?
The truth, I really don't care about the tribe that tells stories, but if you don't tell your story, people will tell your story for you. So if the people here are not interested in telling our story, of course, life abhors vacuum. Other people will tell that story. But in terms of research, I think there is something about Nollywood that I'm still trying to understand, because people don't really pay attention, detailed attention to at least taking time to do proper research, whether it's being told by an Indian or a Japanese, doesn't matter. But when you want to tell that kind of historical story, get consultants that will do proper research about the people, about the culture, because representation matters. Okay. So I understand, I know the story, the film you just, the example you gave. I think the thing is that in Nollywood generally, not just Southeast region, problem. So there's a research program. There are people that we are too quick to get things done. So we make mistakes. And we have this attitude of, it doesn't matter. Of course it matters. That's why for a typical Hollywood film, will take years, because what are they doing? They're researching, they're consulting, they're talking to the right people to make sure that representation is really very key, especially in the world we live in today. So my final take on that will be for people to research more, for our people to tell our stories. It's good to make money. I'm an advocate of creatives or artists being very super rich, because, if you're an artist, you just have to make money and have money, because it's very important. But why we are interested, why we are still, why we are making money, it's also very important. I put the right information there, because without the right information, because some of these films in the next 20, 30 years, they will be there, and that's what our children will watch, our children, and they will be asking, okay, is this our culture? What's going on? Right? So it's important that while we are making money, we are also telling the right stories.
I want to ask one question.
Okay, sorry.
Do we have an investor problem in the Southeast?
Absolutely. We have.
Yeah.
The average, and I am sorry, people that know me know I'm really very passionate about my people. I call them my constituency. For the average Igbo businessman, male or female, do not understand the power of media. That is so powerful. Yeah. You can do everything is linked to media. So yes, we have an investor problem. They don't know jack about that, and they don't want to know. And when you try to explain to them that you need to invest in these things, you need to come back home, because I'm an advocate of Akuluelno, right? And invest in telling our stories. See what's going on, the Chinua Achebe, what's the book again? The adaptation of Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart. I mean, this is what I can drop names that they can raise that fund and tell that kind of story, but nobody is interested, right? And we have producers, we have directors that can make that happen, but they are not interested in, they won't even, you can't even sit on the table and have that kind of conversation, because they believe that, oh, it's not storytelling, that filmmakers are celebrities, you know, they are seen as people that just want to do glam and all of that. But we have an investor problem in terms of investing in films, in cultural events, in creative activities, and all of that. So, but people like us, my team, and I at MFI, what we are trying to do to navigate that is to look at people that believe in what we are doing, look at development partners and get them involved. And most times, the funds we are using to run these programs are not even from here. They don't come from from our people, except maybe people like the Afia TV and, you know, other brands. But we have an investor problem, and we have to have a roundtable conversation about this. We are putting something together by March next year, where my co-founder and I will pay visits to all these investors and all the brands and open up a conversation. Let's even know what's going on. Why are they not paying attention to South? It's starting with our own people, because charity begins at home.
Okay, fine. Let's talk about Eniff, the forthcoming Eniff, 27th to the 30th of November. Expectations, how excited you are, and whatnot, all that conversation, right?
I'm excited. I can't even break dance.
Okay, fine.
Honestly, I'm happy. Like, it's so, the people we are bringing to Enugu.
Yeah.
It's, you know, these are the people, like, before you can pull them out from their location to the next location, even in their city, it's such a big deal. So when you're having a Femi Odubemi, having Makin Shoyinka, having Jaman, having Laila, Ushini in one location, I mean, what could be better than that? And not just that, we have big brands supporting us. First, we have the British Council, we have Film Lab Africa, we have the European Union, we have Afia TV, we have, Telsera. We have so many of them coming on board this year. And the beauty of it, like, we are talking money. They're coming with money, right? Yeah. So they're not just coming to run workshops, impact labs, competitions. No, they are doing that, and they are empowering our people. So that's one thing that, I mean, maybe after this, can play a song, I'll dance for you, because I'm that to show you how excited I am. Yeah. So what makes this year difference is, for the first time in Eniff, so we do empowerment, yes, but for the festival itself, we are giving out lots of money, about 3 million on the table. So we have the reimagined family history, the magic of the people, sponsored by the co-founder Ike Nebwe. We have the European Union putting 2 million naira on the table. We have the Film Lab Africa coming with their competition. So what could be better than being at Eniff 2024, the 5th edition? I don't think you can be anywhere else. And we are reimagining storytelling. So we've had pre-festival events where we did folklore, reimagining folklore, teaching people how to, you know, use folklore to tell stories that will, wherever you have in the world, you can relate to that. We've done storytelling with AI, with Malik, the best AI storyteller in the world at the moment. We've had smartphone filmmaking delivered by Ike Naibwe, an international celebrated filmmaker. That's the pre-festival event. And we've done it all this year. And what we are saying that people need to take advantage of it.
I think we'll leave it at that. I mean, if you're in, this is not just a matter of if you're in Enugu, if you're in the southeast,
get back.
If you're not around, you need to come for this throughout the 27th to the 30th.
November.
It's the workshops, the screenings, the movies, the quality of the movies. There's a particular movie I'm very excited.
So there's a movie they need to see. I think it's tomorrow. The Man Died, an adaptation of Wole Soyinka, produced by Femi Odubemi. In fact, they have about 5 crew members coming for this particular screening. So everybody, wherever you are in Enugu, Onitsha, Aba, Okiwe, Oka, you just need to find your way.
I mean, we're going to leave it at that. You need to find your way to the Eastern Nigerian International Film Festival. Register, because I know that it is a registered event.
Yes, it's free.
It's free, but you should register for it. Once you register, you're in, you get your tickets, and you're free to participate for the full week of Eastern Nigerian International Film Festival. Thank you very much, Ma. Thank you so much. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. The workshops, the screenings, I'm going to be there for it. And we wish you a very successful 5th year of Eniff.
Thank you. And so we're counting up to the 10th year.
Yes, we're counting up to the 10th year. Of course, that was Ujuaku Akokwe, the CEO, co-founder, Eastern Nigeria Film and Arts Initiative. And of course, we had a conversation around the Eastern Nigeria International Film Festival, the 5th year. We'll go on a very quick break. When we return, more conversations on The Morning Show. Do stay.